Greetings, beloved beings, fellow travelers on this planet, and guests from other realms. My name is Izobel Freeman, and this is my first ever video tarot reading. I'm going to be doing a general reading for the collective for the week of July 9th through the 15th, 2017. Today's a really special one to make my online debut. It's the full moon in Capricorn, the thunder moon, or some people call it the buck moon. I'm calling it the buck stops here moon because my guides and my angels and everyone in non-physical has been telling me it's time to come out already and show people what I can do. Yeah, it is a badass full moon, this one. For those of you who haven't been feeling the crazy energy out there, it's there. If you've been wondering why people seem particularly on edge, or maybe why you feel a little more sensitive, it's because there are two really big conjunctions going on right now. Pluto and the moon are completely lined up within, say, 1 degree of each other. And on the opposite side of the wheel of the sky, we've got the sun and big baddie Mars playing together. And so this sets up a giant tug of war between juggernauts. This is a big deal because Pluto brings up all of that unconscious stuff in you, all the stuff that's been swimming around in the dark and the things maybe you haven't been wanting to look at. And Mars, with the sun, is wanting you to get out there and take action on things. It can be a little bit combative, aggressive, but it can also be really motivating and great fuel for your dreams. So those of you who want to put a positive spin on this, you can see the moon with its intuitive, watery qualities, its spiritual, divine feminine nature, and Pluto giving you an opportunity to bring stuff that you really need to clear out to the surface. And the sun and Mars can help you burn that all off. I really I'm taking this spin on it, especially for myself and for the ones whom I love. Yeah. So those of you who are maybe having a tough time of it, going through some things, some drama, I wish you well, and I hope you're being very, very good to yourself this weekend. It's very important to be gentle with yourself through this process. And what can I say? Take care of yourselves out there. Let's get into it. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else before starting. Let's do this thing. I'm going to start by lighting my little candle. The kitty next to the candle is my beautiful spirit kitty, Pinky. She was in physical until 2015, and she was and still is my greatest spiritual teacher. She walks with me in dreams. She teaches me things. She was my greatest teacher about unconditional love and about truly being yourself without apology. So I'm dedicating this reading to her and to all of you. I hope you can all learn to love yourselves and to be yourselves without apology. Here we go. I'm going to get to it. I like to take a peek. I'm using the Angel Tarot cards from Doreen Virtue. These were the first cards that spoke to me. They're very gentle and positive. And whenever I work with any tarot set, I have already pre-shuffled these. I like to take a peek at the first card on the bottom to see what we've got as an overall energy. And on the bottom, oh, look, surprise, surprise. It's the moon. Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. This is perfect for today. Releasing fears that hold us back. This is why Pluto is here. And the moon can help us do this as well, as long as we are willing to trust, to go inside, trust our own insights, and be open to transformation. This is an 18. It's a major arcana. 1, 8 means 9. 9, the number of completion. 9, the number of getting to where you need to be. And finally, becoming who you want to be. So it's a wonderful place to start. The spread I'm going to be doing today is my personal spread that I intuitively came up with. There are a lot of spreads out there. Many of them have lots and lots of cards. And, well, as you get to know me, you'll get to know that I'm a little bit of a Cheshire cat, and I prefer the shortcut. So what I'm going to be doing is a very simple spread that I call the quick cross. And the way that I'm shuffling these is in that very sort of loose, intuitive. Doreen Virtue does this a lot on her readings if you see her readings online. She'll just basically go through the cards and figure out which ones pop up. And it looks like these two, oh, we're getting greedy, we're getting 2 cards for this position. So as I lay these out, I'm going to explain the quick cross to you all. This first position is sort of where we as a collective are now or where we have been in the recent past. Second position, again, a little bit more of now, but sort of with a more future leaning, like, for instance, near future. This position is either for the mind or higher mind. We're going to do a little vertical here to represent the collective as a mind, heart, and then body, subconscious wisdom. There's one for the heart. And right now, I'm just asking all of my guides and all of my non-physical friends, all interested and benevolent beings, everyone who is interested in our process as a human species, and in helping us all work for the greatest good. Let's find some body unconscious wisdom for this very subconscious activating full moon. This next position is following this horizontal line of progression. We did near past, present, present into near future. This position is going to be for what can help us on the path that we're on, whether that be physical or spiritual aid. And the last position is what some people like to call the outcome. I like to call it the highest probability. Sometimes I'll get more than one card, or I'll get a card that's not very conclusive, and then I have to ask for clarification. But it's in general, based on the energy that we've got going on now, the most probable outcome. For those of you new to tarot readings, if anyone ever tells you they can predict the future, I would walk the other way, because no one can predict the future. We are all creating our own reality experience, and the future is always up to you. You have complete control over where you're going. All right, there's our spread. All right, let's see where we are now or where we recently have been. What's up with us? We have the 10 of air. This is the end of a difficult situation. We need to embrace the change. We need to expect things to get better now. We're recovering from addictions or addictive behaviors. A 10 is, I told you the 9 was the number of completion. The 10 is the number of really completion and almost a rebirth. Numerologically, a 10 reduces to a 1. So it's almost like we are at the end of a cycle and we're about to start over. This end of a difficult situation, it's been a crazy year. It's been a crazy couple of years so far. And those of you who have been really stressed by world events, really stressed by personal events, things, you're not alone. Everyone's in this. We're all in this together. We've all kind of been in the weeds. But the guides, they want you to know this is coming to an end. And it's exciting. It's a very, very exciting time. As long as you're open to the transformation. Again, I opened by talking about the full moon and the fact that this is an opportunity for transformation. Those of us who decide to choose the side of love and not fall on the side of fear, we have a lot of excitement and a lot of really cool stuff to look forward to. We're all just right now, or have been, still right now, still right now, going through all of our dirty laundry. Going through all of the stuff that we haven't wanted to look at. Things are bubbling to the surface, but it's all good. It's very cathartic. I guarantee all of you, anything that falls off in this full moon energy, this full moon energy is going to be with us for the next 2 weeks until the new moon on the 23rd. And you may have some difficult conversations with others. You might have some relationships that are coming to an end, situations, jobs, circumstances. You may be moving. You may be changing life paths in a very major way. But I want you all to know that overwhelmingly what I'm getting is that this is a positive crucible that you're in. Anything that falls off during these next 2 weeks needed to go. And you can trust that. You can trust your process and trust your life. So we were greedy and we got 2 cards for this second position. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to lift the bottom one first because that one came down first. The 5 of water. Things not turning out the way you've hoped. Not seeing the positive in a situation and crying over spilled milk. This 5 numerologically, the way I like to see it, is kind of the halfway there number. It's not 1, you're not at the beginning, and you're not quite at this completion of 10 yet, or the completion of 9. 5 is being stuck in the middle, and this is being in process. This is a water card, so this is how we really feel about going through this crazy catharsis, and it could be how you're feeling today because of the craziness of the full moon energy. This crucible, this is a real hero journey event. This is in Joseph Campbell's system of looking at the hero journey. This is being in the belly of the whale. This is where the hero is cut to pieces, undergoes a death, and needs to be resurrected. It is not a fun ordeal. It's not an easy process. So be very, very gentle with yourselves. This is real. And it's valid, and it's okay to feel how you feel. The one thing that you do want to avoid is this crying over spilled milk part. It's okay to feel bad, and it's okay to feel what you need to feel, to burn off whatever this is that you've been needing to get rid of. The trick is to come out on the other side and to realize that this was a positive process, that you don't need to regret anything that you've gone through, anything that has been. You can turn this into fuel for your fire. You can turn this into stronger material for you. You're going to come out forged. You're going to come out as a better weapon. As this pressure, it's like the pressure that produces diamonds. So I want you to know that the power is with you. The power is in you to take this emotional energy and this turmoil you're going through and make something magnificent out of it. Let's see what our second card is. The 8 of air. Oh, okay. So we're still kind of in this crucible. This is the illusion of being trapped. a lack of self-confidence. You're afraid to take action. And I get that. I totally do. Air cards, and you can see we've got two. Air cards are about the mind. So it's all in the mind. Everything that you're worried about, everything that you think is real, it's an illusion. All the problems that you think you can't escape from, that there's no hope, that there's no alternative, this is an illusion. And I'm really looking forward to clarifying these cards, which I will do as soon as I reveal the whole spread. 8 is this beautiful opportunity number. 8 is our eternal nature. If you turn an 8 on its side, you get that infinity symbol. And what's magical about that is our eternal nature, embracing that eternal nature, just like we were talking about with the moon card, going inside, trusting your intuition. You know the answer. You really, really do. Even though it looks like there's no hope. Even though the mind and the heart are weary. There is a seed of brilliance inside of you. My website I call Shiny all the time, because there's something shiny in you just waiting to come out. It's just waiting to come out and show itself, and you're going to see the light. You're going to see the way out. Speaking of the mind, let's figure out where the mind of the collective is. Oh my goodness, more air. Speaking of the mind, 6 of air. Things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation. You might be taking a trip or embarking on some sort of internal journey. 6 is the number of love. You can see that this follows this 5, and the heart really is the key. That shiny thing inside of you, it lives in your heart. Because these are all mind cards, we've got a lot of crazy mind energy, a lot of monkey mind, a lot of the coconut telling us that things are out of control and we don't have any control. But this 6 here, this number of the heart, it's telling us where to look for answers. The heart processor in the heart actually is much more powerful than the mind. The coconut thinks it's running the show. But really, if you can get in the heart, if you can trust your inner journey and your inner wisdom, wow, that's powerful stuff. Let's figure out what the heart has to say. Aha, see? What did I say? The King of Water, trustworthy, compassionate, respected, cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice. Charity work. All out of a place of love. This is this beautiful, watery, loving, nurturing, womb-like place in the heart. You notice that the King of Water also has this like star-like crown on his head. This points to his enlightenment. This points to the soul star chakra and the crown chakra being open. When your heart is open, it will be the first step to opening you to higher realms and to greater wisdom that can help you find a way out of this position. This is really, really beautiful. Let's figure out what the body subconscious has to say to us. Lord Pluto. Aha, here we go. The ego card. This card is the devil card from traditional tarot. This ego is about the false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things or negative or fear-based thoughts. What did I say? It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. Archangel Jophiel is the angel of beauty. Here she is with the dreamer from this deck, which represents Archangel Metatron, or the Fool from normal tarot, or traditional tarot. You can see that the Fool has this mask on that covers his face and blocks his ability to see clearly. And above him, this beautiful archangel is trying to help him. And he's got this bag that's full of material things. He thinks that this is all there is. this material 3D existence from which there is no escaping. But here is Jophiel above him, this spirit of beauty. She, her stone is typically a pink stone, and that means she's very heart-based. So she's trying to get this dreamer who is trapped inside, well, inside a nightmare, to wake up and to see the beauty that lies in the higher realms, and in connecting to those higher realms, and the escape that lies there. Not that we should escape this world, just that if you go inside, you use all of your tools. You use your heart processor, you use your higher mind, you ask your guides, then you're not alone. You're not trapped in this bubble of 3D space-time where it looks like you're a victim of chance, or you're a victim of your circumstances, or what you have, or what you do, or the people around you. This 15 number here is another 6. So this is the idea of the end of a difficult situation. Your body knows. Your body knows that in order to overcome this difficulty, that you've got to defeat the ego. Not dissolve it completely, because it helps us do nice things, like keeps us from walking in front of buses and helps us do practical stuff like our taxes and, you know, get our cars fixed and make money for food, things like that. So the ego is useful, but it's not the only thing. And looking to higher places and expanding your consciousness, that's going to really, really help you. Becoming more heart-based, it's going to really help you. Very exciting. This is a really, really informative picture of where the collective is, where some of you all are right now. What can help us? The Page of Water. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Again, they're all pretty much saying the same thing. This could be a physical person that enters your life that is that brings new information or new viewpoints, a new way to look at your situation. This could also be a new awakening inside of you. This, again, is another water card. And it's great that we've got this progression of water right here in the center of the spread. Water cards, again, are all about the heart. This is all about you leaving the trap of the mind. Look at all these mind energies that seem to have us surrounded. But in the center is this new way of being, this heart-based way of being. So maybe trusting how you feel, maybe meditating, maybe taking time to be quiet with yourself and not thinking so much. I'm really seeing a lot of you needing to get out in nature, to get out to quiet places, to allow yourself time to really breathe. And if you can't get out, then go in. Take a little vacation from your mind. Just doing 15 minutes a day of meditation can be amazing for you. Just taking 15 minutes, turning off the phone, turning off the devices, shutting the door, and just saying, hey, I have 15 minutes. This is 15 minutes for me. This is 15 minutes where I'm not going to think about that thing that's bothering me. I'm not going to think about that thing I saw on the news. I'm not going to think about that thing that person said. I'm just going to sit here for 15 minutes and just be and breathe and listen to my heart and see what it has to say. Many of us haven't done that in a long time. So this is the perfect time to do that. Beautiful. All right. Based on our energy that we've got going on now, the most probable outcome that we're facing is, look, we've reformed the mind. The Knight of Air is intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options. Creative solutions. This is beautiful. all of this air has been either sort of trepidatious or maybe quietly hopeful, but this is completely different. The Knight of Air is a card of excitement and enthusiasm. He moves fast, he gets things done fast, he cuts away the things. See this beautiful sword he's got? He cuts away the things in your life that do not serve you. Remember what I told you about this, about the full moon, about things being burned off, things leaving your life that do not serve you. A simplification is happening. This is really, really fabulous. Look at this. This is all about the battle between heart and head. There isn't any earth or any fire on this table. And it's amazing. So this could be a new person. Again, we've got new people, potentially new people, maybe a heart-based person and a really brilliant thinker that could enter your life and show you. And also here, this King of Water. We've got these people here. Once you start getting heart-based, it's amazing how many helpful situations that you start opening your eyes to, and people that you hadn't even noticed, or people that you hadn't connected with deeply before. Maybe you already know somebody and suddenly it becomes time for them, quote unquote, time for them. And you wonder why you were never better friends before. This is very exciting. If we can lead with the heart, you've got all these beautiful things starting to open up. This is a clear path opening up where the mind and the heart are working together. This is really great. I feel like maybe we might want some clarification on some of these. Let's figure out here. This near future is troublesome because we don't quite know what to do here. We know that we've got to get heart-based, but maybe there's something we need to know better about what we're burning off, what we're letting go of. Oh, here we go. This is what it's all about. We're going for a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met, and you have trustworthy relationships. This is that 10 that we're halfway on the way to. This is that goal. This is the point of all of this purification, all the hard stuff that we're going through right now. And it doesn't necessarily mean your biological family. It could mean a family of friends, new friends coming into your life. It could mean a new community that you're finding. Again, more and more water. This is a very heart-based card. This is the completion card of this 5. This is really what it's all about. You want emotional needs, you want material needs met, you want good friends and family. And this card is telling us that this process is all going to be worth it. This is the card of the culmination of this process. These are on the way to it, but in a way you could almost put this card here. Because why are we doing all of this? We're doing everything to have this beauty, this contentment, this sense of heaven on earth. Perfection. I'm going to put this right, let's see here. Here. So you all know, no matter how painful all of this is what you're going for. And I'm with you. I totally feel you. And it's gonna be worth it. This is the card that says it's gonna be worth it. Let's see, do any of these need clarifying? Oh, this is the things looking up. We're getting away from this. Maybe this ego card. This is problematic. This is the only major arcana on the board. Let's clarify this one. Because the body needs to be listened to. This is in the subconscious. This is what Pluto is trying to get you to see. So much water and air, I can't even believe it. Well, I can, but it's really remarkable. Oh, hi cards. trying to escape. You guys want to give me one? Well, this one's sticking out. Let's see here. Ah. Ace of Water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, or a new home. This is the card of wishes coming true and new beginnings. If we can get out from under this coconut, this monkey mind that tells us this is reality, this is what I'm living, there's no choice, there's no escape, this just is, and there's nothing I can do about it. You notice it's talking here about the spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. This is the idea. Again, look how much water is coming to combat this overactive mind. Look how much heart is coming in to rescue you. That's something I didn't mention in the beginning of the reading. What's really amazing about this full moon also is that, yeah, absolutely things look like there's no hope, because the moon and Pluto and the sun and Mars are squaring Big Daddy Jupiter, the huge planet who is basically a big magnifying glass for all of our issues. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, Jupiter will make it bigger. So if we're all worried right now, then Jupiter is magnifying that Plutonian monkey mind worry, this ego-based worry. What's coming in as well that I didn't mention is that Venus is coming in. And Venus will be making some great alignments soon, and she is all about the heart. Yeah. This is really beautiful. This new home is your heaven on earth home. This is the home that you choose to create when you decide to escape from the prison of your mind and get into the heart and start living your dreams. The sun and Mars are really, really powerful, and they're lighting a rocket under what you really want to do with your life. Those of you who have been hemming and hawing about actually taking action on your dreams, this is the time. This is the full moon to really start buckling down and taking real action towards what you really want out of your life. And this Knight of Air is going to help you cut away all the things that don't serve you so that you can have space to do what you really want. For some, that's going to be a wonderful, loving internal process. And for some, it's going to be sort of violent and not fun, this crucible thing that we're looking at. But trust the Ace of Water, the Ten of Water, again, a full completion here. Page, King of Water, and the Knight of Air. Everything is lining up to help you out of this difficult situation. Awesome, awesome stuff. Okay, well, because we've got so much water on the board, I thought I might do a quick cut from these very heart-based romance angel cards. I was planning to use another deck, but because it turned out to be so heart rescuing us from the sickness of being trapped in the mind, I think I'm going to go with the heart-based deck, because this is wonderful. If we can get heart-based, we're going to heal the mind, and this mind is going to become much more powerful than it ever was. And then you'll have a new home that's heart-based, where the mind and heart don't fight. That's amazing. Here we go. So what's on the bottom for us? Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. This is, again, why are we all doing this? We have this beautiful idea of having this heaven on earth, having it all. And this deck, I already shuffled it before I did this reading. But our first card in what I like to call my shortcut process is telling us that all of the stuff that we're going through now, keep your eye on the prize, because it's coming and it's going to be worth it. So, second thing I do in the shortcut process is just cut. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, because I'm doing a general reading and because this reading has been so much about, in general, getting heart-based, I'm not going to take the most romance-based reading for these cards, even though they are technically romance angel cards. This could be affecting your romantic life. Don't get me wrong. This Pluto versus Mars energy for this full moon is really hard on our relationships. Some of you may be going through major breakups right now, and I am not trying to minimize that. I have been there and I understand, and it's real, and I feel for you. Be good to yourself. That being said, codependency. This is this illusion of being trapped thing. It's all in the mind. This is a trap of your own making. This means that if you feel trapped in a relationship, in a situation, in a job you don't like, you have the key to getting yourself out of this situation. And it's about analyzing your own codependency. Getting down to what your ego tells you that you need in order to survive. And realizing it's an illusion, the illusion of being trapped. So this Plutonian full moon, totally the best time to be looking at yourself and your relationships and your situations and figuring out what you have been doing to keep yourself trapped there and to get out. This Knight of Air, when he shows up, he can help you cut away all those things that are not serving you. So this is really wonderful to know. Third card in the shortcut. Free yourself. Ha! What did I just say? Free yourself from codependency. Go inside. Ask your heart. Find a new home in your heart. You're starting here on this side of the table with codependency. You need to free yourself by going into the heart and figuring out what really matters. How cool is this? But don't worry, it's all going to be worth it. So yeah, that's my first shortcut for this spread, for this reading. Those of you other tarot readers out there, you are more than welcome to use my copyrighted shortcut or my quick cross spreads. You just need to do, I've licensed them through Creative Commons. You just need to attribute them to me, link to my website, which is shinyallthetime.com. And you can find the information at shinyallthetime.com/cc. Let's get to our second shortcut. I was going to use this deck, but I decided to use that one instead. Let's see here. I'm going to use this beautiful Keepers of the Light deck. This has been my first non-Doreen Virtue deck. This is a beautiful deck, and it's highly intuitive, and I've already pre-shuffled it, so I'm just going to shortcut for you. Here we be with Isis. Magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Here this is. Remember, I opened with talking about the fact that this full moon is very intense, but it's also a really, really great time to focus on what you really want in your life. With Mars and the Sun, you're going to be having great fuel for your fire, making sure that you can really cut away the things you don't need and get focused on the things that you really, really do want. Ooh, that's a really great thing. Getting away from need and the illusion and the codependency and getting towards want. What is it that you want? Being more want-based. heart-based, wants instead of shoulds, wants instead of needs. This is very cool. Let's cut. Lord Shiva, transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Shiva, the Lord of creation and destruction. This transcendence, it feels very like the Plutonian energy that's going on. This is transformation. This is alchemical transformation. This is the idea of honoring that inner force, honoring that inner vision that we've all been maybe not listening to up until this point. Maybe we've had good excuses. Maybe we've had things in our life that got in the way. Maybe there's been a lot of busy work. Maybe things have just been drama lately. But steps are being given. Help is on the way from either these heart-based aspects of you or possibly other people, new people coming into your life to help you. So let's figure out what's on the third cut. Freya. Phases and cycles. There's a beginning within every ending. Illusions are being revealed and released. Again, this full moon. Here we go. Here's the full moon with its dark energy, Pluto behind it. And this is really beautiful because phases and cycles, just like the moon. Being able to realize that this crucible that you're going through, this transformation process, no matter how painful it is, even if things are ending and even if things are being cut off, things are going away, remember that when anything ends, it's also a beginning. It's also a really beautiful opportunity. And if you can turn your face towards the opportunity and not cry over spilled milk, to realize that you can trust your life, you can trust your guides. Maybe you've never talked to your guides before. Ooh, that's cool. If you go into your heart, it's the first step of being able to become a more enlightened human and to realize that you're not alone. You're not alone in any of this. Here with this King of Water, we have this trustworthy and heartfelt advice. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice doesn't always have to come from physical people. It can come from guides. Try reaching out and in meditation and see what comes back to you. This is really gorgeous. So here we are in this beginning ending phase. And to realize that you're in a period of transcendence, that something is going away so something beautiful can happen. This is magic manifesting. How gorgeous is that? This full moon is a mixed bag, but it's all about hope. It really, really is. It's darkest before the dawn. Oh, and Lady Venus came through. Look at that, we got a bonus. She came through to let you know that she's coming. She's coming to bless the world with her really awesome conjunctions coming up. And look at all this heart-based energy. She's bringing downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. I love it when we get a bonus like that. It's always really relevant. Awesome. And last but not least, I like to do at least 2 shortcuts. I'm going to stick to 2 because I'm running long because this is my first reading. But I do like to end with our lovely Angel Answers deck. This is a gorgeous deck. You can see how kind of solar and warm it is. And this, you've got this angel with the butterflies, which I always associate with spirit because a lot of our non-physical friends send us butterflies. And if you see butterflies a lot, you might want to ask yourself or ask your guides, who's sending them to you, who's trying to get your attention. And she's got this globe of the planet in her hand, so beautiful. These are fabulous cards for when you just need a simple answer, and I like to see what's on the bottom. Big happy changes. Look at this, guys. I cannot think of a better card to end this reading on. This expression of hope, this beautiful explosion of energy that is coming from where? From the heart. This beautiful enlightenment star above her head comes because she has become heart-based, because she's learned to trust her process, and we unite higher mind and heart this way. by learning to trust your life, by giving in, by getting out of the mind, by not thinking you have to maintain ego control over everything, by trusting this deep, unseen, Plutonian, watery, heart-based process that we all need to go through in order to heal the mind. Trust me, everyone, your mind is going to work 100% better if you open your heart, if you learn to use both processors and learn to have them working in tandem. It's amazing. These big, happy changes are on their way. And how cool is that? All right. I hope you all enjoyed this reading. I like to end every reading with a roll of one of my victory dice. And these are really fun because you all are going through so much, and I realize you're going to be going through a lot, especially in the next few days. This full moon energy is really, really intense. Be super good to yourself. What I really noted about this coming week is that there are no giant planetary transits on the way for the rest of this week because we're all going to be so busy dealing with this full moon. This full moon energy, especially in the next week, is going to be super intense, so make sure that you are being super good to yourself. So I'm going to choose one of these. I'm closing my eyes now. I'm picking one. Cool. And I'm going to roll it and see what you should do to celebrate your victory, because this stuff is not easy. This stuff is not easy, all of you. I want you all to know how deeply I feel for you and how much I'm on your side in all of this. I really want you to come out on top. I really want you to get hashtag all the things, all the toys, all the good things, all the lovers, all the money, all the wonderful places, all the traveling, the magical life, the path that just opens up in front of your feet. And it's all there, and it's all within your power to get, as long as you open this heart processor and start living with love. This charity work, they just tacked it on the end of this card. If you're feeling lost and trapped, try going out there and maybe doing something nice for someone. Doing something nice for a trusted charity, a cause that you really care about. Taking your eye off of your own stuff and maybe doing something wonderful that you've had the instinct to do but just haven't gotten around to doing. Try to do that thing this week. If you've been thinking of doing something nice for somebody, if you've been thinking of making that donation or volunteering at a charity, get out there and do that this week. Nothing is better than taking your eye off your own mind-based problems and doing something beautiful and healing your heart, feeling that gratitude come back from someone, seeing the tears of joy in someone's eyes, knowing that you made a difference and you made the world a better place. There's nothing like that. And that being said, the first one you need to take care of is you. This was a tack on, so those of you who really don't have enough spoons this week, really just are up to your eyeballs with crazy stuff, find that 15 minutes. At minimum, find that 15 minutes to go inside and meditate. And let's roll this dice. And buy more shoes. Hey, actually, our feet are something that we forget about all the time. It's amazing to me how many people abuse their feet and walk around in shoes that are either slightly too small, uncomfortable, really cheap, or just so old they're falling apart, and it kills your feet. Your feet are the place you touch the earth. They're where heaven and earth meet. And honestly, if your feet aren't happy, you're not going to go anywhere. So buy more shoes, preferably really nice ones. That pair that you have never let yourself have, that pair that is your dream. Yeah, that one you've been thinking about. I know you have. Oh, and get a massage. I hope you've all enjoyed this reading. Yeah, I'm just looking at this and I'm in awe. I have all the confidence that you can take this energy and transform it and use the coming week to be good to yourself. For those of you who want to know more about me or would like to order one of my readings for yourself, feel free to visit me at shinyallthetime.com. It is my little corner of the internet where I like to talk about heart-based and spirit-based things. Some of my favorite topics are reality selection and creating your own reality, manifesting. As I like to say, one of my favorite topics is what do you want and how do we get it? So I like to talk about things like that. I like to talk about how to stay positive even when circumstances around you don't make that easy, which I like to refer to as staying shiny. As I said before, we all have that shiny, beautiful, holy, perfect, timeless thing inside of us, that thing that makes us divine. The reason why we're here. That spark is inside us all, and it's right in the heart. So I want you to go out there and do your best this week to stay shiny, because it's going to be worth it.